This episode of the Nerdball Podcast is sponsored by Jake Paluski at Real JP Multimedia. He does the music for this podcast. He has produced this podcast. If you need anything audio-visual done, he is the man to see at realjp.com, REELJP.com. Let's start the show.
I'm Landon Conrad.
I'm Christain Conrad.
And this is the Nerdball Podcast.
This is the Nerdball Podcast with Lorenzo Melcher.
Hey, perfect, guys. Thanks for coming on the podcast this morning. Hopefully you guys didn't have to set your alarms to wake up this early.
No.
Now you're good.
No.
Lana, I like your background. What is that? A bunch of trophies or just one giant trophy?
The one in the middle is the football championship from one of my leagues.
Okay.
And then there's two on the side that are baseball trophies from just me doing baseball stuff from the rec or something.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then I have medals behind this, but
your stuff's all over the place. I feel like you specifically chose that background so people can just see all your accolades.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Christain? Where's your stuff?
Well, my most covered wall is to my left.
Oh, okay.
Steelers stuff.
Oh, okay.
My jerseys from when I did junior jackets and stuff, and then
nice
trophies.
Nice.
There. Yeah.
Cool. So, okay, the first thing, guys, we'll have Landon go first, but the first thing I'll ask is what's something you've been really into lately, something you've been nerding out about, something that if it's a TV show, movie, books, just something you're really into, even if it's something you just started yesterday, but you want to get into it. Landon, go ahead.
I've been really getting into working harder for sports and stuff.
Okay.
Getting up early and maybe doing a couple push-ups and sit-ups and stuff. I did that I had a game yesterday and I did that before that, and I just been getting into that, and because I used to not, and my arms would be really sore, so it would kind of hurt when I probably shoot or throw a football or something.
Yeah. Is that so? That's something you saw your dad doing or your brother, and you're hey, I want to do that too, or is it just something you're man, I want to get into this?
Well, it was kind of both, because Christian does it in a lot, and something my dad, but he doesn't really do sports or something.
Yeah.
And it's just better for you to get better, get your muscles worked up before a practice or a game.
Sure.
So then you're not bad playing when the game starts or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's good to because what grade are you in? Are you in fourth grade?
Third now.
Third grade. Yeah. So if the younger you start all that stuff, the more you're just going to get into it more and more as you get older, especially if you love sports. It's something that I've been even trying to tell Mateo, he asked me can we start working out? So we've been doing that kind of stuff too, because he knows, just like you said, if when you're working out, when you're doing that kind of stuff, it's just going to make you a better athlete, so that's good. That's good to hear. Christian, What about you? What's something that you've been into lately?
Something that probably about 2 months ago I started getting into it. Cars. Interested in older cars.
Okay.
I'm not really a fan of the newer ones, but working on cars and just getting to know stuff about engine and all that. And that's something that I want to get into more, and then eventually be able to fix up cars of my own.
Is that, did you get that from somewhere, or you're just you know what, I'm just going to start liking cars, or is it something you and your friends talked about, or how'd that come about?
I heard about it from my girlfriend's stepdad. He works on cars, and I see a bunch of those, and I'm that's cool, because they got a 72 Camaro that they fix, and that is a good car.
Yeah.
So I want to do this too.
Yeah. Does he let you tinker around over there, or if he's working on something, just poke your head around and look?
He teaches me a few things here and there.
Yeah.
But I want to get a car to work on myself, and then have him help me fix it up.
Do you have any idea on what that car would be, or is it just hey, I would just want to find a car that I can work on at this point?
I kind of want to find a car that I can work on, but a Honda Prelude or the Miata is a car that I would want to get and work on.
Okay. Yeah. Is that something you want to do as a job when you get older?
I don't think like a full job, just as like a side hobby to make some money, but like as a full job, I'm going to Penn next year for electricity. So that's what I want to do for like full job electrician.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So did you take time this year to go tour? Did they have tours for you guys this year, sophomore?
Yeah, I went about 2 or 3 times and then looked at the automotive lab and also the electrical. Then I decided on the electrical over the automotive.
And I know for me, like I like working outside. I like working with my hands. It's more than just like sitting at a desk. Is that something you've always been drawn to? Obviously with the car thing too.
Yeah. I haven't really liked just sitting at a desk and doing stuff. I've always liked, just getting out there, using my hands.
Yeah. Landon, I know you're in 3rd grade and young, but have you ever thought about what you want to do, or what are your like interests that you think, oh, that'd be a cool job?
Being like an NFL football player.
Yeah.
That's like my dream job.
Sure.
Like going to Ohio State, and then Christian doesn't like Ohio State, so he's probably like, And so I just want to get recruited from like Ohio State or something, and then go to the NFL. I don't really care what team I'm on, just not the Browns, because we're a big Steelers fan, and we hate the Browns because we're rivals with them. So any team except for them.
Can I tell you, when I was little, I wanted to play for the Dallas Cowboys, and I asked my dad, probably about your age. I said, Dad, if I played for the Philadelphia Eagles, would you like them? He goes, yeah, I would like them first, and then I would like the Cowboys. So I think even if you went to the Browns, I bet your parents would be all right though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so you guys like different college teams?
I'm the only one.
Christian.
So what team do you like, Christian?
I like Michigan.
Oh, okay. So explain that to me, because that always it always baffles me that there's families that have separate allegiances to different teams.
Yeah, I was a Ohio State fan in 7th grade, but like around there, I kind of switched. I don't remember why, but
He went to a Michigan game.
Yeah, I went to a Michigan game, and I was like, this is nice.
Okay. So you switched when they were always getting beat by Ohio State, and you still were just like, yep, you know what? I'm okay. I'm gonna take that beating every year. So how'd it feel? So I would assume you guys watched it together as a family this year, the Ohio State Michigan game.
Oh yeah.
So how'd that feel this year to finally get over the hump there?
I was getting in everyone's face, and they were like, they just weren't having it.
Landon, were you upset? Were you like, hey, you can win one every 20 years?
That's literally what I just said. That's literally what I said to him. I'm like, at least we won 4 times in a row, and you guys like didn't win 4 times in a row.
You guys have
they were good, like that. They were good, but then like we were kind of just got better. So then they would just like keep on getting worse. But then like they got new quarterbacks, which were way better.
Yeah.
And then the quarterbacks and wide receivers and stuff, which then just beat us because we lost Justin Fields, and I don't think we had a bunch of our players. I don't think we had like 3 players.
He's full of excuses here, Tristan. Or Christian. He's full of excuses.
Yeah, you guys should stop our run game.
Well, that's the only reason you guys won. If you didn't have that running back, you guys would have lost.
Yeah.
This is good.
And our O-line.
Hey, next time just score more points. Okay, Landon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have more siblings?
We have a sister named Bella.
Oh, okay. Right, but you're the
her
oldest
real
one,
name
Christian.
is Isabella.
Yeah. Kind of. We have a half brother who's 30.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not our stepbrother, but he's like our half brother.
All right. You guys get along with him?
Yeah.
Well, that's
we
good.
don't see him too much, but when he's around, we get along with him. Good.
That's good.
And he has a son that Landon plays with. He's around Landon's
nice. That's always tough when there's blended families and you're kind of like, hey, here's your new brother. We're like, wait, I didn't agree to this, but when, when you guys, when you guys can get along and, and have a good family bond, that's cool. Especially if it's somebody that you don't see very often. But then if he just comes over and it's like, he's always been there your whole life, then it makes it nice. Like, hey, our brother's coming over today. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How's school going for you guys, Christian? I know it's kind of normal, I guess, right? For the most part.
Kind of. Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good on my classes besides Spanish too. I do not like Spanish too.
That's right. I'm Hispanic and I was bad at Spanish, so that's okay. What's some of your favorite? What are your favorite classes you like to take?
Probably history and math are probably my favorites.
Yeah.
Everybody likes math.
Oh, not me. Oh.
Everybody likes
no, math.
A bunch of people like math.
There you go. I did not like math. Yeah. I was just, I don't know. I wasn't good at it. I probably could have applied myself a little bit more, but I did like history. I liked history and English. But yeah, so you like math too, Landon?
Yeah.
Well, you're just doing like 3 plus 3 right now. So
no, we're doing division and stuff.
Oh, okay.
We're doing division and probably thousands in multiplication, since we did a little bit of multiplication in 2nd grade. Yeah. And then we worked on multiplication a lot in 3rd. But nice. Now we're looking on like easy division.
Do you find it easy? All of it? All the math?
I've been finding strategies for it. So like I used to think like, oh, I'm not that good at this, but then I keep on like when I go to sleep, I keep on thinking about like how to solve them and like strategies and stuff, and then I figure those out. Somehow I figure them out, and then I just use them in class, and it always works.
Maybe that's why I wasn't good at math, because I wasn't thinking about it when I was trying to go to sleep. Wow, that is dedication. Especially, I guess if you like it, you're always going to think about it. But that's just something that did not compute with me. Landon, you spent this season with us on the sidelines on Friday and Saturdays. What did you like most about being out there?
Probably just seeing all the players and like seeing my brother, not like him going on like the games a lot, only when we're like winning a lot, but like I like seeing them. I just like seeing like all the other players and like Connor and TJ, Gadgets, and everybody else.
Yeah, it's cool to. I never got to experience anything like that, but I talked to Mateo about it, and he says the same thing. Like, and I tell the players this too. Like, you guys, it doesn't matter if you're the best player or the worst player. All those little kids, if it's you on the sidelines or people in the stands, like they all look up to you. So always make sure you're paying attention and doing what you're supposed to do and behaving, because there's kids like you that look up to them. And like I said, Christian, even. Is it nice to hear like, hey, I like to see my brother out there?
Yeah.
It's a cool thing. And I know I like having my son out there looking at, being right by my side and being able to be out there. How did you feel like, man, I feel like at first you'd be like, why does my little brother have to be out here? But then after a while, I feel like you thought you would think it'd be cool.
Yeah, probably like the first game, probably I was like, oh, why is he out here? And then after, okay. I'm digging with it.
Are you coming back again next year, Landon?
Yeah. I will.
I do want to ask, why did you cut all your hair off?
I just thought like it's just like every day before school I would always like get all the tangles out, and it would be so annoying.
Yeah.
So then I just got like, the first reason I started getting long hair is because of Christian.
Okay.
And then I'm just like, I'm just not gonna get long hair, because I just have to do it every single day. I just have to like get all the tangles out and stuff. So then I'm just like, I can't do it anymore. So it hurts a lot.
Sure.
Try to get the tangles out.
I used to, believe it or not, I'm bald now, but I used to have really long hair too. So I'm right there with you. Does it give you a new appreciation for what your mom and your sister have to go through to do their hair all the time?
Yeah. I used to be like, when I didn't have long hair, I used to be like, why do you guys always scream all the time? It doesn't really hurt. Then I got long hair, and then I'm like, oh God.
I didn't even, recognize you at the first basketball game where I saw you guys at. I saw your brother and I saw your parents. I'm like, well, they're obviously here to see Landon, but I had no idea where you were until your dad pointed you out. I'm like, oh my gosh, all his hair's gone. Man, I feel like and maybe he tells you this, I don't know. But he's told you a few things that he looks up to you about. Do you feel obviously it's exciting for you, but do you feel pressure to know that he's there, or is it just a subconscious thing like, hey, I gotta behave, I can still be me, but I know there's a little dude that in my house that looks up to me too?
Yeah, it's probably a subconscious thing. Like, I know he's there and watching everything I do, and he's going to take off of everything that I do. So I try to behave the best I can and be like a good role model to him, and just kind of help him and when he needs help, and just I still live my own life, but I make sure that I behave around him. And
do you what was that? I got distracted, that door opened, it's scary. I was like, look out, Landon, someone's behind you. Do you guys get along for the most part, or do you guys fight a lot?
I mean, like, sometimes we like mess around, not like fighting, but like we do get along good. Not like fighting, just like sometimes like when he's like taking me or something, like sometimes it like hurts me a little bit, but like it doesn't really hurt a lot because I'm used to it and stuff.
I just attack him.
That's what it sounds like.
And sometimes he just tackles me for no reason.
That's all right too. That'll toughen you up. I had an older brother. He was 4 years older than me, and he would always pick on me and beat me up. We'd play tackle football, and he would just he was bigger than me when I was younger, and just tackle me right into the ground. And his friends would pick on me all the time. But I mean, I look at it now like it sucked at the time, and sometimes I'd cry and complain to my parents about it. But now, like, that's just part of life, right? Sometimes older brothers pick on little brothers. And sometimes little brothers grow up and be bigger than their older brothers, like me. But I didn't take it out on them. I just let them be the small brother after a while. So
this is kind of off topic, but like from like the football season when Connor got hurt. So after like a couple days after he got hurt, I just felt like really bad for him because I know he's like a really good football player, and he like it would suck to get hurt like that, and you would be out, so then you can't play. And then so I'm just like, hey, maybe I should like get like a little card that has like a little note and like maybe like a candy and something. And I did, and I gave it to his dad, and then he gave it to Connor, and then Connor recognized that, and then he gave me this. It's like a picture.
Nice.
And it's like a picture frame, a nice picture frame with like a paper in it, and it has this P is the helmet. I mean the sticker from his helmet. And then I think this is just like a number 2 that he got. I don't know where he got it.
Yeah, they go on the
and
back.
And then he wrote like, and then he wrote like a little note, and it says, "Landon, you are the best. Thank you for a great season. I can't wait to watch you dominate.
Nice.
You're the man." And then he wrote his signature at the bottom, and then his normal name.
That's cool. That's a cool thing you did. Well,
and he gave me his game gloves too.
Dang, Christian doesn't even have a pair of those, and he's his teammate. That's pretty cool, man. That's a couple of things. It's cool to receive that kind of stuff from Connor or from anybody really, but for you to say like, you know what, I'm gonna write a letter and let him know how I feel and make sure he's okay. Has he ever written you any letters, Christian?
No.
I knew the answer, but I just wanted to say. Oh my. So as the school year rolls on and I'm sure you guys are looking towards summer. It sounds like you guys are, I mean, I know you're gonna be busy with football, and Landon, you got all kinds of sports. I'm sure you're playing baseball again.
I'm not gonna play baseball.
You're not?
I'm gonna focus on football and just maybe basketball in the winter.
Okay.
I'm starting a football season. I think in like March, April, because there's like a spring league and a fall league, and you can do like both of those.
Oh, flag
And
football.
I just like changed, yeah. And
Okay.
I just changed my position, so like running back to quarterback, because our quarterback was not playing that good this season.
Oh.
But so
What
I'm
do you
just like, eh.
what are you, the coach? You can't make these decisions.
It's just, I mean, he doesn't really care if like I take over his position. He's like, okay, I'll just play like defense or something.
Yeah.
Because he's like a good like safety or something, or like corner. And then like sometimes we just like move people like to like different positions. We're just like, hey, let's take like our defensive like lineman, kind of. We call it like our like the center that like guards like the center and the quarterback, kind of,
Sure.
or like the running back.
Yeah.
But it's basically like a defensive lineman. And we're just like, hey, let's just put on that wide receiver, because one of the games we were winning by like a lot. So we're just like, hey, let's put on my wide receiver and just have them just go so they can play offense for once. Because there's some of those defensive players that never get to play offense. So
Sure.
it's like, just go play, because you guys never get to play offense.
Well, that's cool. That so you're foregoing baseball and just going flag football. And Christian, you will have a football all summer. Are you guys able to take family vacations, or is there somewhere you guys are going this summer that you're looking forward to?
We're going to Orlando, Florida in February.
Oh, so you're going
This February.
soon.
So soon.
Nice. So are you going to like Disney
We
World
just
and
had
stuff?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we just had like a skiing trip like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Do you guys you take your vacations now because you know you're so busy in the summer?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. What
and just because we
go ahead.
Because we haven't I don't really know why we do it during the school year, but I think like because like usually we don't really get like breaks off of school that much. So then we can just have like a little bit of break off of school.
Sure.
Because school years can feel long, but they're not really long.
Yeah. Christian, we'll start with you. We just went to Disney World right after Christmas. We went for a week. What are you looking forward to the most at Disney World? I'm assuming, have you guys been there before, Christian?
I have, but I was very young.
Okay. All right. So I'm sure you're Googling and talking to friends who've been there. What are you looking forward to most?
I really like Star Wars, so I want to go to the whole Star Wars thing they did. I haven't seen that yet, and I want to walk around there. That looks very cool.
That was really cool. That was really cool. We walked through there. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan either, but Mateo is. So we walked through there and saw a bunch of stuff. We went on the Rise of the Resistance ride, which is awesome. You got to make sure, hopefully your parents are well aware of the app and how to get on rides and that kind of stuff, because it's a process. And if they aren't aware of how to do any of that stuff, let me know, and they can email me or contact me and I can tell them how to do it, because it's a process. But the Rise of the Resistance is one of the rides where you have to pay a little extra if you want to get in line like before everybody else. And we did that, and we went right up there. I think we stood in line for like 10 minutes and was able to get on the ride, but it was awesome. Besides the Avatar ride, which was my favorite ride, the Rise of the Resistance was pretty cool. Landon, what about you? What are you looking forward to at Disney World?
Riding a lot of rides, because when we have been going to Cedar Point, I haven't been because we usually go to Cedar Point like every weekend, like when it's open, but I wouldn't like ride a lot of rides like before, but like then I'm just like, because I was like scared of going like upside down and like going like really high, but then my friend, he started riding them, so I'm just like, it couldn't hurt to just ride them. So I started riding them, and I think they were really fun. So then I barely rode any at Disney either, so I'm gonna ride. I want to ride like Tower of Terror, or like a bunch of those, or like Rock and Roller Coaster, or like something else that's really big. I like ride the big rides. I like the big ride better, because like they just seem more funner than like the littler rides, because like they're just like too like short, or like there's not like enough speed or something. So yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good. I know when I was little, I didn't like the rides a lot either, and then as I got older, I don't think I rode a roller coaster until I was in high school, just because I did not like roller coasters, and then finally, I think it's one of those things where your friends make fun of you enough, where you're like, man, okay, I gotta go on a roller coaster. So I finally did it. Now, those rides you guys talked about are at Hollywood Studios. One of I think we ate them. I know there's donuts all over the place, but there's these giant donuts at Hollywood Studios. I mean, they're pretty big. They're probably like as big as my face. They're huge. So if you guys get a chance, stop at one of these places and grab a donut. I think they're called Joffrey's. But these donuts are awesome. So if you guys get a chance, grab those. But the food, I love the food down there. We took advantage of all that because there's all kinds of stuff. Are you guys going to all the parks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you okay? That's even better because there's all. I mean, you can try a bunch of stuff from all the other parks. There, it's awesome. What do you think? You're besides going on the Star Wars and doing that stuff, Christian? Is there a park that you want to visit just to see stuff at the park?
Probably either Epcot or Hollywood Studios, same place.
Okay. Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Epcot was my favorite. I like seeing all the different countries and stuff. Landon,
Yeah.
what do you think about the park that you like?
Probably same as Christian because I don't really have like a favorite. I don't really care what park we go to. I just like riding the rides and just going to Disney and stuff.
Yeah.
Just riding the ride. I just like riding the rides because they're fun.
I would think
if there's like
go ahead.
All right. So if there's like big rides, I'll like go there. Like, but sometimes if they're like only like small rides and like baby rides and stuff, I don't really want to go there. But if there's like cool like museums or something, maybe I'll go there to like check it out and something.
Sure.
Just to look at it.
You know, maybe the best part about this trip is you guys get to miss school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that work? Do you have to actually do work while you're on vacation, or you just worry about it when you come back?
I think we just worry about it when we get back.
Yeah.
We fill out a form, like an excuse absence form, and then I think just gotta make it all up after we get.
Yeah.
Because we were thinking about doing that the next time we go, but me and my wife were concerned, like, well, how's that going to work with school if we got to miss it? But I feel like a lot of kids go on vacations when they're school anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we'll just do because when we went, it was pretty crowded because it was right after Christmas and right before New Year's. So it was I'm trying and for some reason, I don't know what the temperature looks like for you guys. For some reason, it was hot. It was like mid 80s the whole time we were there, and I wanted to wear like hoodies and long sleeves. So hopefully you guys have cooler weather.
Yeah.
Did you guys have anything that you guys want to talk about? I know you reached out and wanted to come on, which I appreciate. First, I appreciate you guys listening to the podcast. It means a lot to me, and you know it's exciting when people reach out and say, "Hey, I like the podcast." I feel like Landon already said what he wanted to talk about. He just brought that thing up right away about about Connor. Is there something you guys were interested in talking about, or any questions for me?
I have a question for you about like why you like being a coach and how you got into being a coach for football for Perrysburg.
So I started at Rossford. I was a junior high football coach at Rossford for a year, and then I came to Perrysburg as a volunteer. Then I've been at Perrysburg. I think this season would be my 11th season, but I started as a junior high coach. Then I was a freshman coach, and now I'm a varsity coach. I like coaching. My dad coached me for I don't know 6 years. He was my baseball coach, and I really enjoyed him being there and watching him coach. And then obviously as a kid, I didn't think about it as much, but now as an adult, I think about how much I coach like him. There's 3 people that really influenced me on how I coach. It's my dad, my track coach, Mr. Henches, and Coach Kriegel. So what I learned from all these people was something different that I kind of take everything. So Coach Kriegel, he was really good at just like letting his assistant coaches just coach. He wasn't micromanaging. He wasn't doing all that stuff. And that's something I try to do on Saturdays when I have coaches out there. Like I'm calling the offense. If something goes wrong with the offensive line, Coach Suarez will take care of it. You know, there's other coaches out there. So I kind of got that from Coach Kriegel. My dad was really good at letting us know, hey, I don't know the answer. You guys help me figure it out. And if we can't figure it out, I'll find the answer and I'll get back to you. So I like that too, because when people ask me questions, when kids ask me questions, I can be honest with them and say, I don't know. And that's okay to say, I don't know. And then as the coach, I figure it out and we work on it together. And then my track coach, Mr. Henches, we called him H. He was so, I've never met a coach more like calm all the time. And maybe it's the nature of track, but he was just so calm, so soothing all the time. When I had a bad throw, I threw shot and disc. When I had a bad throw, I could talk to him about it, and he was just calm all the time and always explaining stuff to me. So those three guys really helped me get into coaching, and then I was able to use all them and my own stuff to figure out what coach I want to be. And I love like interacting with you guys, interacting with players every day during the football season, or their siblings even too, because I know those kids are going to come play football. And just like Christian said, that he looks up to you, these kids look up to not only the players but the coaches too, like, hey, I want to play for that guy someday, so I want them to have a good experience too. Now there was a few times where I kind of got upset with you guys on the sideline for the waters, but that's part of it too. We're in the throes of a Friday night football game, but I know you guys are there and you're having fun, and I want to be a part of that too. So I've wanted to coach for a long time, and I'm glad I'm able to coach where I went to high school and now where my kids go to school. Well, thank you for that question. That was a good question. Did you think about that question when you were going to sleep too? Like you think about math?
Well, my mom, like this past week, she has been asking me like, do you have any questions for like you that like,
oh, nice,
for you to ask him? And I'm just like, and I just keep on thinking about it, and then I'm like, oh, I can ask him like why he wanted to be a coach and how he become a coach. And then I'm just like, okay, that's a good idea. And then so I didn't want to ask like a bunch of questions to take up like an hour of time, but like yeah.
Hey, any questions? I'll answer any questions. That's fine. Christian,
got any questions?
Yeah, Christian, what do you think your favorite part about playing football is?
Well, of course I love playing the sport.
Sure.
Outside of that, like when we're not doing like stuff that we have to be like on point about, just like with the team, the coaches, just the communication and engagement in the locker room. And I love how it's all year round, basically. We got workouts and all that. I like that. A lot of people might say that they don't, but I like that because I always stay engaged with the team. And so when we come back, if like we have a very long off season, then you come back from a long off season, you're like, oh, hi, and you're just like, yeah. But if like it's all the time, then you get really close with all those people that you're going to be around for 4 years. So you're going to have to learn to get along with them somehow.
Yeah. Do you play other sports?
I play track.
Okay. All right. What do you run?
I run the 100 meter and the 200 meter. So the sprint.
All right. Did you do that in the junior high also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those have always
been
like my two sports. I did soccer when I was very little.
Yeah.
Baseball, I didn't do at all. And basketball, I did all.
What's that, Landon?
He did basketball for a couple of years, like junior jackets and stuff.
Yeah.
He tried out for the team once, but he didn't make it.
I wasn't any good.
That's all right. I tried out my freshman year for the basketball team. I didn't make it either. So I ended up just playing for St. Rose, which I really enjoyed. So that's all right. Hey, you know what, Landon? Sometimes you can try out for things and not make it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any, I don't know if you have anything else. If not, we can wrap this up. But I enjoyed you guys coming on the podcast. Again, thank you for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's a fun thing, and if you guys ever want to come back on, we can come back on it. Even if it's just like, hey, I want to talk about this specific thing. If Connor writes you another note, if you want to talk about it, we can do that. Would you guys have anything else?
I don't. Okay, do you got anything?
No. Do you?
Wait, what did he call you?
I said Cray. We call him Cray all the time.
Why is that?
His girlfriend calls him because, it's kind of like his nickname.
Okay.
so like because he's Christian and we just call him Cray Cray sometimes because he's crazy sometimes.
All right.
And do you know how it started?
No,
I
don't
was
remember.
I was like 5 years old, and then I told my mom that I wanted a nickname because my sister had a nickname, and I heard everyone's having a nickname. She's like, "Okay, then, what do you want your nickname to be?" I'm like, "Cray Cray."
Well,
And
see,
it
Cray,
stuck for the song.
I wasn't born then, so
Yeah,
when you were 5.
That's funny that you're just like, I want a nickname, because that's usually not how it works.
Yeah.
But they still call you that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's
And now I'm gonna get called it a lot more.
Oh, so is that just like a family thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like a few friends that knew, but
Okay.
Go be the football team.
Yep. I'll that's funny. I had my older brother, his nickname was Buddy, and that's just because when I was younger I couldn't say his name, so I just started calling him Buddy, and now everyone called him that. So it's funny how nicknames come about. Landon, do you have a nickname, or are you just Landon?
They usually call me Lando. They call me Lando because because my name's spelled like differently, because my name's spelled Landen, but usually it's Landon, so it's Lando.
Okay.
So they just call me Lando. They always just say that all the time.
Nice. Well,
I respond to it, so
yeah, that's all right. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for coming on the podcast. Have a good weekend. Enjoy. I'm assuming you guys are gonna watch football today, so enjoy football.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'll be seeing you guys around.
All right. Thank you.
Right. Yep, we'll see you.
See ya.
Please rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. It means the world to me. If we can get this podcast off the ground and running, you don't have to share all the episodes. Just share one you like. One podcast, if you share one, could turn into a subscriber down the road. So any little bit helps. My Gmail is thenerdballpodcast@gmail.com. I'm on all the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Find me at Twitter at the Nerdball Pod. Instagram is the Nerdball Podcast, and Facebook is a page at the Nerdball Podcast. Thanks to Real JP Multimedia, Cuttlefish Graphics, Perrysburg Junior High STEM, and Big Daddy Graphics for helping out the podcast. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.